The next question that you want to start to get prepared for is, why do you want to work for this company? Now, this is tricky because you really want to go ahead and start to do your research on the company and the company culture. A lot of times when people ask this question, they genuinely want to feel kind of special. They also want the company to feel special when you're applying to it. What specifically attracted you to that company? Typically what I do is I'll go through the About page and I'll look and see what the company is, their culture is like, what they're striving for, what their missions are, and really tie in to look at how that fits my values and how I want to answer that question. But it also looks at different ways to say, hey, are you really invested in the company? And having this outlined and structured is really going to help you separate from the pack. The next question that I want to dive into is, what challenges have you faced in your career and how have you overcome them? Now, these are important because understanding that we go through our day-to-day, we often are hired to problem solve or put out fires. And the company wants to see how you're able to resolve these conflicts and what strategies you used to be able to resolve those problems. So when you select a particular outcome or a particular challenge, you want to be strategic that the outcome that you've selected is favorable to you and you showcase your skills and your problem-solving skills well. I often use particular methods or particular scenarios, or I record different stories or obstacles throughout my career, and I really pick which ones that I want to showcase when I have that question. Also, sometimes they'll talk a little bit about their company history, what they're going through, and I'll select a story that best fits and represents very similar trajectory of what they're looking for so I can showcase those skills. So when you select that, you want to look at a few different problems that you have resolved. How did you go about resolving those? How did your collaboration tie in together? And how did you have a really good outcome? The last question that I always like to tell people to really look at is when the recruiter asks the question, do you have any questions for me? Now, this is a really good time for you to deep dive a lot more on the culture of the company,